You're right guys, it's Capgun Tom here and welcome to the next episode of Stream Builder. It's the series in which we do a live stream, we all build a squad together, I let you make all the decisions of the team, then I go off and use the team for a week, come back and tell you what I think and how you've done on that squad builder. So, this week we decided to make a Serie A League 1 hybrid, mainly because a whole load of good players have just disappeared off into League 1. So we thought it would be quite good to do that, and we thought Serie A was the perfect league to complement that, and that we would be able to make a half decent team. So the first thing we decided on was to make it a 4-1-2-1-2 team, and we had a budget of about 500,000. It doesn't really matter if we run over a little bit or a bit under, but that was the aim, around 500,000 coins. So we're going to start off with the wing backs this week, and we got a wing back from each of the different leagues. So our first choice at left back was Bendimino Nsame. Now, obviously he plays for Montpellier. We got the team of the season version, the blue version. Plays in, well, he's Cameroonian, and he was actually very good. I wouldn't say he was anything spectacular. He's not, well, he is fast. I mean, there's his stats there, 91 pace, 83 dribbling. But really, he was a very good all-round player. He'd stick back and, you know, do the defensive shift. I wouldn't be caught out at the back too many times, as you very often do with those very attacking flair left back and right back. So, definitely one that I would recommend. He actually got 3 assists during his time in the probably about 20 games that I've played with this team. So, a pretty decent thing. You don't expect your right and your left back to be getting that many assists. We're now moving on to the right back, and our next player that we decided to do was a pretty good one. Again, we seem to have spent all our money on the right and the left back, and we got Inform Maicon. Now, Maicon, the regular card, is an absolute tank. Very difficult to break down. He is very much similar to Nsame in the fact that he is a very good defender. When I play my friend, he always uses Brazil, and he actually puts Maicon at centre back, which absolutely does my head in, because he is as good at centre back as he is at right back, and he is very good at right back. So very good. He didn't actually do too much for me. He only managed to bag himself 1 assist during his time at the club, but you know, you don't expect your right back and your left back to be getting forward all that often, unless of course you're not using wingers, and we were using wingers in this squad. As what happens very often with teams is we actually built this one from the front, but I don't want to show you the striker straight away because obviously they scored the most goals and they've got the most clips for them. So I'm trying not to show them until the very end, because then you will not have all the players ruined by seeing the clips. But I will show you the right mid. You can see here that the player we decided to go for was Biabiani. Now, the reason we decided to go for him was because he's French, and he will actually be able to link up with the cam that we decided to get, which you'll see in a moment. Now, Biabiani isn't particularly the best player. Obviously, he's silver, and this was pretty much an all-gold team. He does have pace of 96, though, which is really, really beneficial. And I was actually very surprised by how well he did. He ended up getting himself 2 goals and 7 assists, and he actually got himself a man of the match in this in the 20 games that we played, and he was actually really, really impressive. I was not expecting him to be good at all. I think him coming from right mid and you know, overlapping the striker actually gave him some really, really good, because when he would drive forwards, he was absolutely amazing, and he got a lot of very, very good assists for the team. This was in contrast to his left mid alternate, and that was, we went for Lavezzi, obviously the PSG version that's just come out. Links up with Nsame because he's from League 1, and the reason that we went for Lavezzi is obviously we wanted to make something that would interest you guys, and you all want to see those transfer cards, see how they played. Obviously this has got an extra 1 rating from his 85 version that played for Juventus. So the difference in these two players is, whereas Biabiani is very much someone that you want to just run onto the ball with and then get it in the box, Lavezzi is someone that you can actually, you know, try to dribble past people, and especially since he's right-footed playing on the left wing, it means that you can cut inside and try and take a couple of shots. That's sort of reflected in the sort of stats he was getting back. I mean, he ended up getting 3 goals and 3 assists. I mean, that's 1 more goal than Biabiani, but I thought that maybe Biabiani actually worked better in this squad. I know I hate to say that because I do love Lavezzi and I do think he's an amazing player, but I think Biabiani outshone him in this team, to be honest. Right, now at centre defensive mid we had to decide someone that would link the right mid and the left mid together, so we were stuck either using someone who was French from Ligue 1 who's a good centre defensive mid, or someone that was Argentinian from Serie A. Now we decided to go with the Argentinian from Serie A just because we thought it would be a bit more interesting, and obviously there is a very good Argentinian centre defensive mid in Serie A, and that is Cambiasso, who plays for Inter Milan. Never had an inform card, which I was surprised about. Most of the players that you'd want an inform card for have got one now, but he was never amongst them. I guess maybe he just didn't play for Inter that much this season. I don't really follow Serie A, so I wouldn't know. But he is an absolutely amazing player. He has such good pace. Well, he's very, very pacey actually. For a centre defensive mid, he does have 75 pace, which is higher than you'd probably expect. It's really his passing and his defending and his heading that, stand out for me for him. We do actually get a very funny clip in this where we end up scoring directly from a corner with Cambiasso, but that was just a bit of luck. But yeah, really his main prowess is the fact that he controls the midfield so well, and he does actually have a very good long shot. I didn't actually score any long shots with him, but I do know from past experience that he does have a very good long shot. So, moving on to the defence, we decided that it was going to be too difficult to try and, link the centre-backs together. We'd end up compromising and having some dodgy sort of players in there. So, we decided to choose two of the strongest players from each league and then try and get them on full chemistry, even though they were going to have dead links. So, the player we decided to go for at the League 1 side centre-back position was Rod Fanny. I know, unbelievable name, Rod Fanny. But I've never used him before today, but after using him, because I think his card isn't all that old, it's quite a newish one, I'm not really sure, but after using him, he is easily the best French centre-back. He has 82 pace, 84 defending and 85 heading. Really, really good stats for a defender there, and he's very tall and very strong, so he is actually a brilliant player to play in your defence if you're using French players or League 1 players, either way. Very good player. Now, to make sure that Fanny actually got full chemistry, we were going to need someone that he'd get a very strong link to, and there was always one player that we thought that we could shove in goal to get that, and that was Inform Mandanda. Now, everyone talks about him. At first, I was ecstatic with him. I thought he was unbelievable. I really enjoyed using him. I thought he was really good. I had no complaints with him, but then a couple of errors started sneaking into his game, most notably people who were using finesse shots from far out. He was getting caught out of position and they were just sailing into his head into the back corner. Now, I really can't stand that, and it was really starting to annoy me. I want to try out the Inform Lores just to see what the difference is between them, but if you are struggling for coins, I definitely recommend Mandanda or just normal Lores because they both are very, very good. Now finally we had a choice at the other centre-back position. Obviously we need to have a link going to Maicon because otherwise he's not getting full chemistry. And we also need to get a link to Cambiasso because he's not going to have full chemistry either in the position that he's playing with all the dead links going into him. So we had a choice. Obviously the most likely thing we're going to do is choose someone from Inter, and I decided that it was either a choice between Inform Samuel or Lucio. Now, the reason I ended up choosing Lucio is purely because he's faster and he seems to get used a lot more. He also gets a strong link with Maicon, which means that he doesn't have any struggles getting 9 chemistry. As you can see now, all of the players so far are sitting on 9 chemistry. Now, at Cam, we decided to go for a bit of a skill team. We tried to get as many skillers in there as possible, as I do with every team, because I do like to think of myself as a little bit of a try-hard with the skills. So we decided to go for someone that would link both sides, and we went for Menez, just purely because he is very, very good. He has great pace of 90, passing of 87, dribbling of 89, some very, very good stats. Obviously, we had to convert him from his striker position to Cam because he starts as a striker when he's an inform, but he is very, 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 very good, and obviously he gets links with both players either side of him, which is always good to see. Now, the things that are best about him, obviously his 5-star skills. He has a great long shot, he's very fast, and generally he was just very good. In the scheme of things, he actually ended up getting 7 goals in 20 games and also 5 assists, so not too bad a turnout from him at all. I was very pleased with him. I wouldn't complain about him at all. And yeah, I think he was actually a very good player. So, at striker, the whole reason we actually ended up building this team was because everyone wanted to see how the transferred Ibrahimovic would play in League 1 sides. We've all wanted to play Ibrahimovic in a variety of sides, but we only ever be able to play him in a Serie A side because he is Swedish and that doesn't link to anything really. So, we've always been stuck shoving him in Serie A sides. But today we finally have the chance to try him out. We've obviously got the PSG version. I think it cost me 136,000 or something like that. I mean, I can have a look now. Yeah, 136,500. I know that all of these players that have been transferred, price will be plummeting. That's why I tried to play all the games that I needed to play as quickly as possible, just so that I could get them sold off and not lose so many coins, especially when I'm trying to, you know, trade my way to that amazing team in Dream Team Trading. So yeah, Ibrahimovic, absolutely amazing. Always been a tank, always will be a tank, I think, on FIFA. He's just so strong, he's so big. I mean, he says he has pace of 79, but, you know, when he's literally manhandling defenders and pushing them over, I mean, I've seen him push over David Luiz before, which is an absolute joke. He is very good. I mean, he's got 5-star skills, he's got a great long shot, he's got, you know, everything you could ever want really from a striker. He is like the complete package when it comes to strikers, so definitely one to recommend there. Now, the final position that we had to choose was the other striker. Now, what I could have done to get more 5-star skillers into this team is played Menez as the striker and then played Yuri Gurkov as the cam. Now, I decided not to go that because I wanted to try something a bit different and I wanted to try out how well Ibrahimovic would pair up with Remy. We did go and get the second in form Remy as well. I mean, Remy is very, very good. 93 pace. He has a great finishing. Probably his finishing is the best thing about him. He is very, very good. And the reason I wanted to try him because I thought that with him continually trying to break defences down by running for balls over the top and stuff, if we were kicking them up to Ibrahimovic, he could nod them on and Remy would be able to get on the end of them. Now, Remy did actually end up getting a hatful of goals. He actually only got outscored by Ibra getting 18 goals, 8 assists and 4 man of the matches, whereas Remy only scored 14, got 3 assists and 1 man of the match. But, you know, Remy was a lot cheaper and you've always got to expect that with your second strongest striker. So overall, this team was absolutely amazing. I really, really enjoyed it. I'd say that you guys are getting better. Last time I think the team I gave a 7 out of 10, and that was quite generous. This time I'm going to give it an 8, which might be a bit harsh. I mean, some of you might think that this should have got a much higher rating because if you look at it, it's got a lot of very, very good players in it. But there were just a couple of positions that I just wasn't, you know, 100% keen on. I think Mandanda was one that I wasn't too keen on. Lucio, not so keen on. Both the left and the right back, my style of play requires me to have someone bombing up the wings, and these two were definitely more if you've got like a very attacking oriented forward. Then, surprisingly, I'd say that Lavezzi was one that let me down. I was hoping for a lot more from him. Just didn't really come through in this team. But he did quite well all the same. So, as I said, this team gets an 8 out of 10. Guys, I really hope you've been enjoying this series. I will be doing another one in the next couple of days, so do follow me on Twitter and Facebook and everything so you don't miss out on the live stream. All the links are in the description. Subscribe because I'll put a video up saying that I'm live streaming when I start doing it, so you can all come in, help me build the team. We can have some fun and all of that jazz. So, yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please drop a like, that would be amazing, and I will see you all next time.